toxic masculinity.
Irony. Defund the police Atlanta mayoral candidate is carjacked. So this guy is like, no, defund the police. I'm all on board with the Black Lives Matter defund the police movement. And he's like, what are you guys doing stealing my car? And it was legit, like stole it in broad daylight. He was actually there. I think they were young teenagers. And yeah, he was just screwed, right? So, all right, let's have a look here at this. An Atlanta city councilman who's aiming to be the city's next mayor had his car stolen by children in broad daylight Wednesday, according to reports. I don't think they were actually children, probably like teenagers. Councilman Antonio Brown, defund the police. I mean, honestly, who clearly wears Malcolm X style glasses, which I actually have the same glasses, so I shouldn't complain. But I don't have them because of Malcolm X. I just like old-fashioned-y, classic-looking stuff. I'm sure he wears those because of Malcolm X. Douche. Anyway, Councilman Antonio Brown was attending a ribbon-cutting ceremony at an event in Northeast Atlanta around noon when at least 4 kids jumped in his car and took off. I love that. You don't immediately think, oh, these kids are going to steal my car, Brown said, according to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution? That's the name of the newspaper? That's kind of funny. The incident occurred amidst. I just added a couple of letters for some reason. A recent crime wave in the city. Brown, who joined the city's mayoral race less than a week ago, is running on a campaign of reimagining police safety. Have you guys heard that? I mean, that's what they're saying. Basically, every Democrat who talks about defunding the police calls it reimagining. Public safety. Reimagining public safety. They all call it that. Oh, God. The way Democrats convolute language in order to try to get away with crap is just, I don't know. It's a tactic. It's a tactic used by the left. We don't do it. You know what conservatives don't do? We don't change words. We don't use like tricky words to try to get away with trying to sell people crap. You know why? Because we don't try to sell people crap. We try to sell people improved quality of life. We don't have to make up stupid words to try to sell it. Let's see here. Reimagining public safety. What a bunch of garbage. Last year, he voted in support of an ordinance to withhold $73 million from the budget of the Atlanta Police Department. The ordinance was narrowly voted down. Brown said the thieves jumped into his vehicle Wednesday after he got out to speak with community leader Ben Norman. He noted his white Mercedes-Benz coupe has keyless. He noted, not noticed. He noted that his white Mercedes-Benz coupe has a keyless push-to-start ignition, and he failed to realize that it had been started, reports said. They are quite quiet. I've driven the keyless Mercedes vehicles. They're fairly quiet. The engine also shuts off at stoplights, which is a bit disconcerting if you're new to that. You're like, why did my car just shut off? I've never owned a Mercedes, but I used to be a valet many years ago, back when that was like a very new feature, and yeah, it freaked me out. Let's see here. The ordinance was narrowly voted down. Brown said the thieves jumped into his vehicle Wednesday after he got out. I already read that. Okay. The councilman described the kids as being between. I mean, sorry, another slight digression. He's driving around in a Mercedes-Benz. This is one thing I cannot stand about the people who support like Black Lives Matter and crap like that. This guy is clearly a relatively well-to-do, he looks mixed race, but well-to-do black man or whatever he is. And, you know, he's supporting an organization which essentially claims that black people are oppressed in America, but he's riding around in a white Mercedes-Benz. You know who doesn't have a white Mercedes-Benz? Me. I don't have a white Mercedes-Benz. And probably most of you guys don't have white Mercedes-Benzes. In fact, we all have worse cars. Well, maybe some of you have nicer cars. I don't know. But like, I'm not like the most famous YouTuber in the world, but I'm a relatively successful YouTuber. I make a decent amount of money, but I'm still like a middle-class person. I don't drive around in like high-end cars like that, but this guy does. He's obviously better off than I am. He's more privileged than I am. He's in a position of power as a councilman in Atlanta. He's running for mayor. He might have the power of the office of mayor. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of money. He's doing relatively well for himself, obviously. No oppression here. And that's one thing that Valeria always gets annoyed with, because, you know, we are sometimes in Beverly Hills walking around. We do some stuff in Beverly Hills sometimes. Our dentist is there, and we have some other stuff. And whenever we go to Beverly Hills, and occasionally I'll buy her some nice little thing. And Beverly Hills has nice little stores. They sell nice little packaged stuff and whatnot. But whenever we're there, it's almost always black people, Asians, black people and Asians. It's almost always black people and Asians. You very rarely see white people in Beverly Hills anymore. That's the Beverly Hills of the 80s. That doesn't happen anymore. It's almost all black people and Asians in Beverly Hills. And they're all driving like G-Wagons and, you know, Lexus and Mercedes and BMW and, you know, whatever, like Ferraris, some of them, and Humvees and all kinds of like really nice cars, really, really expensive cars. And so Valeria will often, and they're like filled in the like the high-end stores are all filled with black people and Asians, right? I mean, it's just, and there's these lines that go for like around the block of mostly black people going shopping at, like, you know, Gucci or whatever. And whenever Valeria sees one of these, you know, usually black people in Beverly Hills in like a super, super nice car or with like super luxury stuff, she always goes, Chris, look at the oppression. I was like, yeah, they're oppressed. Case in point. The councilman described the kids as being between ages 6 and 12. I don't know. I mean, do you think that's legitimate? That they're between 6 and 12? Or do you think he just said that? That seems weird. Maybe he's not good at estimating ages. I find it hard to believe that they're kids between age 6 and 12. Maybe the gangbangers in Atlanta have figured out, well, we'll get children to steal cars, and that way they'll just go to juvenile court. They won't go to prison. They'll be fine. One kid was in the driver's seat. Ben attempted to open the door to get him out of the car. He fought with Ben. I then engaged and tried to get him out of the car. The 3 other kids were trying to figure out how to get in the car or stay out of the car. He started to hit on the gas, Brown said. Brown added that he held onto the car in an attempt to stop them and was dragged about a block down the road before letting go. Holy smokes. He started to speed up. I knew that if I didn't let go, I knew that I probably could have killed myself because he was going so fast. I could have started to tumble. I would have started to tumble, and I would have hurt him, he says. I don't know what the hell that's, but I don't understand how that works, but whatever. But if these guys are between the ages of 6 and 12, take a good look at this guy. Antonio Brown, he looks like he's something like 30, maybe. So a 30-year-old man is in a physical fight with a 12-year-old or younger. 12-year-old or younger. And he lost? Somebody needs to go to the gym, Antonio Brown. What are you doing with yourself? You get in a physical fight with a 12-year-old and you lose? The 12-year-old won the physical fight and drove off with your car. Here's what you got to do with the 12-year-old who's in your car. That's it. That's all you got to do. 12-year-olds cannot fight you. That doesn't make any sense. You're a 30-year-old man. I don't know how old he actually is. So I'm saying that, but you're a grown-ass adult man, and you can't fight a 12-year-old. What the hell is wrong with you? But I don't know. Maybe he's lying about I don't know why he would lie about that, but that seems weird that children would be stealing a car. But okay, fine. Children stole your car, and you couldn't fight them off. You got to eat some vegetables, buddy. Get some steak in you. Stop eating cornflakes, whatever the hell that you're eating that's making you into a wimp. What's not cornflakes are okay. They're not great. It's just basically carbs, right? What's something that maybe a more weak person would eat every single day? Lucky Charms? Yeah. Lay off the Lucky Charms, Antonio. Dig into some steak. Treat yourself. You got a Mercedes. Maybe he spent all his money on a Mercedes. He only has enough money for Lucky Charms. Can't afford a gym membership, apparently. All right, let's see here. As he started to speed up, okay, I read that part. Brown doesn't have, sorry, Brown doesn't plan on filing charges against the kids who he said acted out of desperation. No, they didn't. No, they did. They acted out of desperation. Yeah. They're going to trade that Mercedes in for some bowls of soup. But let me tell you something about America, guys. Poor people are not desperate. Poor people are not desperate. There's no desperation in America. Nobody's flipping starving to death. All right? No, nobody's going, Grandma, I'm cold. I'm cold. Can you give me another? Oh, we don't have any more blankets because you're using them for the baby. Okay. Stuff is cheap, guys. Stuff is cheap these days. I mean, we have Target. You can buy stuff for pennies on Amazon. I mean people are good. Like, people are good. Poor people live better today in America. Poor people live better today than kings did 300 years ago. If you were a king 300 years ago, you did not have access to the same amenities as a poor person has in America today. We are wealthy beyond imagination for most of human history. And I'm not talking about rich people today. I'm talking about poor people today. There is no kid in Atlanta that is so desperate for a bowl of soup that they're going and they're stealing a Mercedes. They're doing it because they're probably working with some gang who gives them money to go steal cars and bring it to a chop shop or whatever they're doing. They know the kids can't get in trouble. So that's my guess. That's what's happening. Either that or you think that they're children, but they're not. Acted out of desperation. Good God, this guy's pathetic. All right, let's see here. This is a generational poverty issue. What a lying piece of trash. These kids, it's 12:30 in the afternoon. Why aren't they in school? Why aren't we enforcing systems to ensure that if they're not in school, they're in recreational centers, he said. That's good. That's what we need. Bigger government. That's going to help the situation. Bigger government and no police. That's what we need. Atlanta police are investigating. Brown is under indictment on federal fraud charges. Wait, what? I hadn't heard that yet. Brown is under indictment on federal fraud charges related to alleged incidents that occurred in the years prior to him winning the council seat in 2019, according to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Holy crap. So this guy's not only a councilman and running for mayor and just got his car stolen, despite the fact that he voted to defund the police because he's a moron in Atlanta, which is like a super high crime area. But he's also probably a criminal himself. Well, no wonder he wants to defund the police. He doesn't want them catching him. These kids are probably like friends of his. I won't press charges. Nobody look into this. I don't know who these people are. Oh man, this story just keeps getting better and better. See this guy? Scum right here. Absolutely hilarious story. All right, well that's it for that one. I'm done with that. So I don't know. Ooh, I hit the wrong button. That's not good. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this. The guy's a moron. End of story. Done. Moving on. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, this is a sad one. This is a sad one, guys. Hold on. Abel Garcia jumped in here with a super chat. I figured out I can pop the friggin' chat window out. I actually knew I could do that. I forgot. Let's see here. So all of these days we've been doing the show, I forgot I could pop out the chat window. He says, I was taking female hormones for 1.5 years, I suppose he means. He has low testosterone, he's big and fat, and he doesn't go to the gym. But he says he can more than likely beat those kids, unlike Brown. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure like short women who are the same age as this Brown guy could take out a 12-year-old child. I mean, it's bizarre to me. What do you want? Don't go. Come on. I love my cat, but You're so needy. Why do you need me right now? If I'm trying to hang out with you at other parts of the day, I'm like, hey buddy. Or if you want to snuggle with Valeria, what do? You just walk away, all like arrogant. Like, I don't need you guys. And now I'm doing the show. Now you want attention. Nope, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, buddy. Not gonna happen. All right, go ahead. All right. Yeah, this story is a bit sad. For some of you, it might be sadder than others. I don't know. It's about John Cena. Have you guys heard this? This is ridiculous. John Cena grovels like a bitch to China. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm annoyed by it too. Stop. Hey, don't. Go away. All right, let's see here. Where are we? There we go. Boom, boom. This is so sad, guys. So sad. John Cena apologized to the people of China after mistakenly referring to Taiwan as a country. Toxic Masculinity. Weekdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.